welcome to IAmMyHair. My name is Maud and we're all about natural hair conversations with women and men from across the world as we all embrace this natural hair journey. Last week, I showed you the products that I'm using on my natural hair. Today, I'm going to show you some of the tools I use to complement those products. Some of them aimed at low porosity naturals, others just for naturalistas in general. So let's get started. First product that I use as a naturalista, and that is water. I do have a mixer, so this mixer allows one to be able to vary the temperature of the water, which is quite great. The ideal form of mixer would be a hand mixer, so it's the ones that you'd find in a hair salon. The beauty about that is it helps the water to be distributed evenly across the hair. Another option is a shower head. So if you're one of those naturalistas who prefers to get your hair washed in the shower, it's great, it's quick. I've done it before, but I find as a low porosity natural that a lot of the times the product, the hair either doesn't get all absorbed or the water doesn't get into all sections of the hair. So I would find that I would wash my hair and think that I've washed, and then I get out of the shower and I find that these sections here, because they take quite long to get wet, that I haven't put any shampoo there, and it's a disaster. So I do prefer to use a bath. And another option that you could do if you don't have neither of those is a bucket, fill it with warm water. Just make sure it's not too hot, but it shouldn't be cold either. And then you just have some kind of a scoop to make sure that you're putting the water on your hair before you start with the products. And then again, the same warm water when you're doing each of the rinses, after the shampoo, after the deep conditioner, and just before you start with your styling. So first product is water. Second product that I use a lot for my natural hair is this, which is a wide tooth comb. I use it sometimes when I'm detangling the hair, or in between days when I'm about to start with my protective style before I go to bed. Anytime when I feel that I need to just detangle my hair, just maybe comb out a bit of the knots, because my hair is quite prone to knotting as a low porosity natural, I would use a wide tooth comb. I've gone through quite a few of these in my lifetime because my hair is like really thick. So this one here has been the strongest one that I've had. The others not so strong and then they break. But yeah, any kind of wide tooth comb that you could get your hands on. There's some that have a bit of thicker bristles than this one does. Whatever will work for you and it's strong enough for you, well, here, go for it. Another comb which is also related to this is this comb. I think they call it fishtail, I can't remember. And I don't really necessarily use this portion of the comb, but I do use this portion a lot when I'm parting my hair. So when I'm about to part my hair or section it for whatever styling I'm doing, or before I'm about to, when I'm doing the pre-poo, anytime when I need to part the hair, I find that the fishtail comb works really well. Sometimes I even use my hands, whatever will work. So wide tooth comb and a fishtail comb for sectioning. The next tool that I've invested in as a naturalista is this right here. It's called a scalp massager. This has a dual function for me, especially as a low porosity natural, is our scalp as a low porosity natural, you're prone to product buildup, and a lot of the times the buildup happens on your scalp. I've put the product, the shampoo on my hair. I just make sure that I massage my scalp in a circular motion from the nape right down to the end, just to also assist with removing the product buildup on my scalp. And secondly, to give myself a scalp massage. Who doesn't want a scalp massage? And then the next tool that I use are these little objects right here, and they're called hair clips. They are so useful for any hair, actually, not just naturalistas, but for naturalistas, I think you probably need them a bit more. Is some hair clips. I've got two different varieties here. I've got this one here, which I probably use to like section the hair, but you could also make use of these. Again, use what you find, use what works. I have both. I'll drop the details in the description. It just helps with sectioning the hair. You'll find as a naturalista, you need to section your hair a lot of times, whether it's when you're washing your hair to section it, when you're pre-pooing to section the hair, about to style sectioning the hair so that it's a little bit, the pieces or the sections are a bit more manageable. These are lifesaver as tools to have in your naturalista toolbox. The next tool that I've invested in for my low porosity hair is this gadget right here. It's not a hooded hair dryer, looks like one but isn't. It is what we call a hair steamer. Oh, You've seen it in the hair salons, they have it. I decided, why not bring the salon experience to my home, because I don't often go to the salon. And this is a game changer, especially if you have low porosity hair, because with us, whenever we're washing our hair and we're about to put product, it's best activated by using heat. There's this little container that comes at the top of the steamer is the reservoir where you put the water in. Once you've put the water in here and you've loaded it into the machine, this is the part that activates the steam. You turn it on. I put it for like 15 to 20 minutes. The gadget starts letting out some steam here. You go into it and feels like heaven on earth. But if you don't want to splurge, or you're not able to splurge on a hair steamer, there are some alternatives for you. You could use a hooded hair dryer, which looks similar to this. It doesn't bring out steam. What I love about a hooded hair dryer is it's quite versatile, whereas this one is only for steam. A hooded hair dryer, you could also use it to dry your hair at times when maybe you don't have a lot of time or you can't wait. That's the beauty about having a hooded hair dryer. I used to have one, but mine broke, so I thought I'd invest in this instead. So when you're putting the product, you still need heat to activate it, even with a hooded hair dryer. So I use this, which is just simple cling wrap, the one that you use in the kitchen. I take this cling wrap, and when I've finished put the products on my hair, I just wrap my hair in this cling wrap. Again, I learned it at a salon. And then you would go into the hooded hair dryer for about 20 minutes or so that the heat from the dryer can activate through the cling wrap and can make that product work. Another alternative, if again you can't afford to get a hooded hair dryer, is just a normal shower cap. You would put the product on your hair, put the shower cap on. You could even go on to then put a towel on your hair. The more heat, the quicker it will activate that product and it will go into your hair. Remember, as low porosity, moisture doesn't absorb into our hair. So the more heat, the better. You could use a shower cap, and you could put this on your hair and sit in the sun for a little bit. Or if you wash your hair using the shower, you could stand in the shower whilst you maybe shaving your legs or doing other things whilst the product's activating. Lots of options that you could use. The next tool that each naturally student should invest in is also relating to the water that we spoke about earlier, and that is some kind of a Spritz bottle. You're going to use it quite a lot, trust me. I previously had this one, but I did a little bit of a faux pas. So the spraying parts, it actually does work, stopped working effectively. I've since invested in a smaller, more versatile one. You'll find when you're styling your hair that your hair may get dry before you get to finish it. You may need to spritz some liquid. This is a great way to spritz it. This one's quite small, versatile. You can take it wherever you go. I also use this when I'm doing my nighttime routine. Just before I put in my leave-in or my curling cream, spray some water. So this is a very great tool to have. Yet again, I'll drop those details in the description. And whilst we're also talking about spritzing our hair with liquid, another tool, whilst not a hair tool, is water. Our hair needs water on the outside, which we'll get from this, but you also need water in the inside. The final tool, I believe this is the 7th tool that one should invest in, is a satin bonnet. I spoke about it when we were talking about the nighttime routine. A great tool to invest in whenever you've done with your protective styles before you go to bed. Please put something on your hair. There's been times when I've gone to bed without putting something in. Let's just say your hair doesn't look the way that you intended. I don't want that to happen to you. So invest in some kind of a satin bonnet. An alternative will be a satin pillowcase, silk pillowcase, maybe a satin doek. I used to use doeks, but I found they fell off at night, and I didn't want that. This really fits quite snugly. I'll drop the video here to my nighttime routine. Aim to put something on your head before you go to bed so that at least your protective style can be still there and intact in the morning. That has been the 7 tools that I use on my hair. Some of them aimed specifically at low porosity naturals, others just for all naturals. What are some of the tools that you're using? Let us know in the comment section so that we can empower each other together. And whilst you're there, remember to subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and share this video so that we can continue to grow this natural hair community. This has been yet another episode of IAmMyHair. We're all about natural hair conversations with women and men from across the world. And until I see you again next week, have a lovely one.